Hey Shane, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for coming in today. Tell us how you ended up at Hardin-Simmons.
Oh man, I played on these courts when I was a junior, in junior tennis, And I actually, for the first 4 years of coaching college tennis, I was down the road. And the coach here was a friend of mine. Actually, we played high school tennis against each other. We played college tennis against each other. And here we are coaching against each other. And after 4 years there, he called me in the summer and he was resigning and wanted me to come take his place. And I said, no way. Everybody I was recruiting, we were trying to beat him. And he called me 3 days in a row. And I finally said, okay, I'm gonna go down there, just get him off my back. And I came here and the rest was history.
Wow, that's amazing. What do you love about tennis?
Well, I like tennis because I've played it since I was a kid, and I do enjoy the sport. I always tell parents that it's the best sport to put kids in because you either learn integrity or you're going to be a cheater. You have to solve all the problems on your own. In junior tennis, you don't get coaches during the match. Solve problems, you can either jump the net and beat them up, or you can sit there and work it out. And so it really teaches you a lot of skills, integrity and how to handle yourself. And you're out there in a fishbowl because you can't hide behind anybody when you make a mistake.
It's you, yeah.
So I guess that's kind of...
What about coaching? Because playing is one thing, but coaching...
Yeah, and so I was going to say, as far as tennis goes, even though I love the sport, it's just sports in general, but it's not really... Tennis is not the reason I coach. Tennis just happens to be the sport I coach.
Okay.
And I love everything there is about coaching.
Why?
I love investing in the young players and the young people. When I was a kid or when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be like a preacher or something like that, and I'm just too selfish to do that. So I thought, hey, this is a way I can still kind of mentor some of these young people and all that kind of stuff, but be outside and play around with them and things like that. So
you don't have to wear a suit.
And I don't have to wear a suit. This is the most dressed up I get, pretty much.
Well, you look good. Okay,
it.
so you coaching and tennis, you love those things, but you also love fishing.
I've always had a hobby, especially since I got done playing college tennis. Even though coaching is very competitive, I just have to have something that, for me, is competitive. And I don't just fish to fish. I fish to win tournaments and stuff like that. So,
got any fish stories for us?
I've got lots of fish stories, and they're all true. But yeah, I've had a lot of hobbies and a lot of things that have kept me, but that's the one thing I can't put down, and it keeps bringing me back, so I don't know.
That's good. Okay, so you've been blessed with a good family, but you were recently blessed with a little grandbaby. Yeah. Tell us about that.
It's amazing. I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here right now because I'm fixing to go see her. Luckily, they live right here, just right around the corner, and I see her almost every day. And she's getting to that. She's about 2 months old now, so she's starting to recognize me. I think her first words are going to be Babu.
Of course, because Babu means what?
So Babu means Swahili. It means grandfather in Swahili. Tori's been calling me that. She went to Africa when she was 8th grade. She has a little ministry over there, and that's kind of what she calls me, I guess.
Last year was a special year in a lot of different ways. One of them is your son and the championship. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's been a long time since we've won a championship, and for him to be on the team, and especially that team, it's been such a special journey with that team. It was pretty special. I never thought we would go that long in between championships. Because, when you win 6 and 7 in a row and then all of a sudden you go that long without one, it was kind of a shock. But to win the first one, I guess, with him on the team was pretty special.
Well, you've got a special group. And then going from the highs of being a grandparent and your son and your daughter to losing a family member. That's pretty tough in 1 year. How do you deal with that? How do you help students deal with that?
I guess I'm old now, so I've had a lot of experience, but I shared this with you a month or so ago. It's been the best and worst year of my life at the same time. But time really does heal all wounds, and I mean, you just got to keep plugging. You know, I lost a job one time when I was young, and it seemed kind of overwhelming at the time. But the job I got into, I just put my head down and started one day at a time, working as hard as I could. And next thing you know, you kind of forget it. At least I do. I don't know if God's just blessed me with that, with the short-term memory, but pain doesn't stick with me very long.
That's good.
But I think it's just because He's blessed me in so many areas. So
You and me both. Well, thank you for coming in and sharing your story.
You bet. Thank you.
Congratulations, too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.